Video is also recording. All right, here we go. This is it. Enjoy yourselves, because we will try to as well. And it begins in 3, 2, 1.
The geek is just a machine. It has no heart, no soul. If there should be a mechanical breakdown, it could go haywire.
Take the Brady Bunch upstairs.
The morning stream. Better than dog butt flung poo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to TMS. It is June 14th. No, July 14th. June.
Yeah. It's what time has no meaning in this world, Scott.
Feels like it. It feels like we should still be in June, but we're not. July 14th, 2020. Yeah, that's the date. Yeah. It's Brian over there. It's me, Scott Johnson, and we're here to do a damn show. Okay? All right.
That's right.
That's what we're going to do.
It's Bastille Day.
Is it Bastille Day? What do you do on Bastille Day? I don't even know what you're supposed to do.
Did you not? God, every year we go over this. You don't have your Bastille tree set up, and you didn't get your wife a Bastille Day present.
No, I didn't
Clearly,
do any of this.
You've forgotten all of this stuff.
I even have, I have French friends. I had Patrick in my life. I should have known better. It's all French stuff, right? It is French, right? I'm not making that up. Oh yeah, it is French.
It is French.
Well, I hope everyone have a safe Bastille Day, and don't get your Bastille stuck in wherever you put it. And also, what else? Oh, is it Bastille? Says the tally says you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. That would be the French.
Okay, so
but we're not French, so we say Bastille.
No, we are not French.
We've talked about this before, but I always wonder if you pronounce things that are foreign with the accent, not necessarily the pronunciation, but the accent, right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be. I guess Bastille wouldn't be a great example of that. You don't say. Yeah, you say tortilla, you don't say tortilla because it's the Americanization. My favorite example is the city in Australia, Cairns, which, because we pronounce the R here, we pronounce Cairns.
Cairns, I would say Cairns, yeah.
Yeah, but in Australia, it's pronounced Cairns.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here in Utah, we got hurricane, but it's spelled like hurricane. It's not the same, though, is it? That's just like...
Not the same, yeah, because we have, look at Frankfort, Kentucky, which is, not Frankfurt, but Frankfort. We've talked about that.
Frankfort is so weird to say out loud.
Versailles, another
Versailles.
One that you would pronounce Versailles, but it's pronounced Versailles.
Oh yeah, Versailles is a good one.
Yeah.
Whatever. Look, can we all come together on a common pronunciation, everybody? Let's just get together. Let's pull it together. Let's all pull in the same direction. That's what I say. That's what I want to do.
Man, we have a local advertiser. So there's Dr. Julie who comes on, and she seems like that person in high school that everybody thought was really, really cute, but seemed like it just a lot of work to date. Gotcha.
What you're saying is the less popular term these days is high maintenance, but I understand what
high
you're
maintenance.
saying. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So she is an ear. She owns an ear clinic, right? And she has all these commercials that air like 18 times a day.
Sure. Or
18 times during the national news, the Lester Holt and all that stuff. And she, on her earlier commercials, would talk about how if you've got a ringing in your ears or tinnitus, then you need to come and see us. And
Yeah.
Then she did a later commercial saying, tinnitus or tinnitus, which pronunciation is correct? Well, either or either is correct. And it's just like, oh, you're just so talky, downy, pedantic. I don't need to be ear-splained to Dr. Julie.
Yeah, Dr. Pedantic over there. That would annoy the crap out of me.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
Exactly. I mean, it's tinnitus and tinnitus. Great, we get it. It can be pronounced both ways.
Yeah. Just say
we don't need a whole commercial covering that.
You ever have the tinnitus, by the way? Or the tinnitus?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had tinnitus.
For a couple of years in the early aughts, I experienced what I now would call tinnitus. At the time, I just thought, I don't know what I thought. So I went to a doctor and they said, "Oh yeah, your left ear, you're not passing your hearing test as well over there. Is that where you're hearing this?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm hearing like all day, just kind of a."
Oh, would drive me nuts.
It was awful, and
I couldn't do it.
I hated it, and I actually would have preferred if it was stereo because it was really hard having it just in the one ear.
Right, I mean, just in one ear, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me an affliction, give it to me in both ears.
Yeah, exactly. So what ended up clearing it weirdly wasn't any kind of treatment or anything. We went to a trip. So this has been 2004. Yeah. Went to a trip to Bear Lake, which is north of us. It's a big, huge, beautiful blue lake. It's where I spent my honeymoon, actually. But we went there as a big family thing, rented a cabin, and everybody went up there back when you could do groups. And what do you call it? Not snowboarding. What's wrong with me? What are they called? Jet skiing. Jet skiing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jeez Louise. Where was that word? Freak. Anyway, we went jet skiing and crashed, sort of. And when I came up out of the water, the ringing was gone. So I don't know. I'm happy that it went away, but I don't know what that is or means. I have no idea.
Wow, that's crazy that would...
You'd almost think that would make it worse, right? Because you're going to get
right. You think,
water in your ear, or you're going to get pressure, and maybe it was some kind of like quick pressure that like reset something in the inner ear. I don't know, but it was fine.
Yeah, that could have been it. Actually, that could have easily been it, like the pressure thing.
Mm-hmm. I was so happy, dude. Oh my gosh,
I'll bet.
I could hear again. Basically, it was like I was just starting, not really getting used to it, but just resigning myself to the fact that I'm just going to have this ring forever, and it's the worst. And I have some other friends. I have a very prominent friend whose name I will not use, but I have a friend who really experienced a really hardcore version of this not even that long ago. And we'd go back and forth about it. And it's just maddening. Like, it's truly maddening. And when you try to go to sleep, you can't do it. So you got to crank up like white noise and brown noise and just anything to distract you from the fact that you've got a permanent buzzing in your ear. It's the freaking worst. So I'm glad you brought up tinnitus. Well done. We've got a good story.
My pleasure. Well, and I also put in our Discord chat, I put in a link to the her offices here in Colorado called Sound Relief Hearing Center.
Oh, yeah.
And across the top, and even in that image that I sent you, it shows you all of the doctors who work at this place, which is 25 blonde women and a guy named Steve.
Yep. Look at him. He is.
I take that back. There are two brunettes.
Yeah.
But everybody else is
a bunch of white women doctors and one dude.
Dude.
Look at this, Chad. I'll show you. There you go. See him? Look at him at the end there going, hey.
I was curious to see if she had any of her commercials on her website, like put any of those up there.
Is she the center business there, the lady in the middle?
She's the center business. Yeah, that's Dr. Julie.
Okay. Well, kind of hard to tell them apart, but
right? Yeah. Here's a better if you go to the...
except for Dr. Steve. I can tell who he is.
Except for Dr. Steve.
Oh, managing... Oh, so it is all hearing stuff.
Yeah.
Manage sound sensitivity, address hearing loss, control your tinnitus. I have a relief. I should email them and say, hey, just crash your jet ski in a lake. And
solution. Like you to tell me your theory on this.
Yep.
This seemed to solve my problem. Maybe it can help you.
I have an article on why coronavirus stress can spike tinnitus and how to manage it. Oh, just worrying about it can. Yeah, that was the other thing the doctors did tell me. They said it's usually a stress thing, but I wasn't feeling that stressed in 2004, so I don't know. I mean, we had the Untouched. We had the Incredibles that year. How can you be stressed out?
You if I ever have a trivia competition where it's we tell you a movie, you tell me the year it came out, or vice versa.
I'm pretty good at the years.
I'm bringing you to that because you are so good with that.
Yeah, sometimes I'll forget the name of the movie or the people in it, but I will remember what year it came out. I don't know why. I feel like I do.
It's the one with the guy and there's a dead person.
Well, let's try this. Name a movie and I'll see if I can tell you the year. Any movie.
All right. What about Bob?
Oh, maybe too far back, but I'll try.
Oh, geez. Oh, so this only works.
1980.
I think you're already wrong.
Oh, that's not 90s, is it?
It is 90s, yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. Crap, that doesn't help because I've never seen What About Bob, which is embarrassing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, give me another
Tina
one.
Tina would say it's good that you haven't seen that. How about let's go an easier one. The Sixth Sense.
1999.
1999 is correct.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's say Armageddon.
Armageddon. That would be 1990. Oh, geez. This is close. 98.
98 is absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Phew. I knew it was close to 97, 98, something like that.
We'll do two more.
All right, give me two more.
Let's go with Clerks 2.
Clerks 2, 2005.
Clerks 2 was 2006.
Ah,
That's
shit.
really good. Wow. All
I was
right.
close. I knew I was close. Ah, crap.
And how about let's see here. Reindeer Games, starring Charlize Theron.
Reindeer Games, 1997.
2000.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
So I'm like two for two, or 2 for 4.
Two. By the way, so we're not getting, obviously we know we're not getting Charlize Theron in the sequel to the movie That Which Should Not Be Named, because it causes people to drink in the morning. But we are getting a Charlize Theron sequel directly to Netflix. Do you know what movie?
Oh,
We're getting
a sequel to one of
movie?
her films previously, and there's a sequel to that?
One of her films previously is getting a sequel, and it's going directly to Netflix.
Monster 2, she's back.
That's right. The continuing adventures of Eileen Warnos.
Warnos, uglier than ever. Was co-starring Christina Ricci. All right. Okay. It can't be that one that's based on the Adult Swim or the Liquid Television show, Aeon Flux. It's not that, is it?
Oh, could it? Could it be that?
I mean, that was
No, it's not. No,
okay,
it's
that was poor. It was really poorly received.
It was, yes.
Mighty Joe Young 2.
Right, that'd be another good one. No, it's a movie you really enjoyed, called Atomic Blonde.
Oh, hey, no. See, this is good because that movie was full of style but had problems. Okay,
Right.
like some kind of big problems. That's really great to hear because I think they could have a new stab at this and get it right this time. She made out with the lady that played the mummy in the Tom Cruise Mummy. See, this is the other thing I've got at trivia. I don't know anyone's name, but I know other things they played. So that was cool. I think she had there was a booby.
That was Sophia Boutella. Yes.
Is that it? Yes. She was
Sophia
in the
Boutella.
Star Trek, the latest JJ, or not JJ, but the JJ verse Star Trek, the one that I like the most.
Yes.
The last one.
Right, with all the black and white stuff on
Yeah,
the face.
she was cool
Exactly.
in that.
She was really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. I've
There you
basically proven that I really don't know anything. Is what I've done.
No, but that's actually, that was pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. Hey, real quick, show and tell. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Check this out. Oh, I'm so excited to show this. So I get this message from Scott Lawhon on my on Twitter. He sent me a direct message, and he says, "Hey, I've got this sculpture I did out of Sculpey and stuff, and it just seems like maybe something you'd like, and I feel like sending it to you." And I said, "Oh, that's super sweet of you. Thanks very much." And he sent it, and I got it, and I thought, "Oh, it'll be a cool little figurine, or I don't know what I was thinking it would be."
Sure.
Dude, look at this freaking thing. Hold on, let me go full screen.
Oh my God! It looks. Is that a World of Warcraft? Like it looks like.
It's like Yogg Saron or something, right?
Yogg Saron is what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not quite Yogg Saron. Those
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
Did he use real human teeth in there?
I
or is
think
that,
I think they're dentures. I think.
Oh, really? So they are. Those are not made out of Sculpey.
No, but they're meant to look menacingly real. Like,
Yeah, those are. And the eyeballs are amazing too.
and this
Jeez
glaze he
Louise.
used to make things look kind of wet and stuff on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It is my new favorite freaking thing. It's like a pencil holder or whatever you want to put in here, but
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to drink out of that.
No.
No, is it wrapped? It looks like it's wrapped around a jar or something to kind
actually, I
of
may
keep its
be
shape.
able to drink it. Oh, you know what? It is. So that's a jar. You're right. That's a jar in there. I could drink out of that. Maybe that was
I would
always
use
the
it for
point.
pencils.
Yeah. But
Because you don't want to have to hand wash that. You certainly don't want to put it in the dishwasher.
No,
for obvious reasons.
But it's almost like he knows me because I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. I like to draw stuff like this. Like, this is just so freaking cool. So huge shout out to him because it is one of my favorite things I've ever gotten in the mail. It's just so cool. So
What I do is put it on Kim's nightstand.
yeah.
And then put like a little LED that turns on when the lights are off. Focused on it.
That's a great idea. When we got it, I pulled
light
it.
sensing nightlight.
I pulled it out of the box, and she goes, "Nope." I go, well, good thing it's not for you. It's for me. This is totally my jam. So this is going to sit on my desk and look at me all the time, and I just love it.
Yeah.
So
keep Van away from that too. That's again more nightmare.
Oh yeah, we don't. Yeah, he doesn't need. The world's already hard enough. Let's not give that kid a reason to have more nightmares. All right. Thank you anyway, Scott Lahan. I think is how the name is pronounced. Is that how you'd say it?
Yeah. Or Lawan.
Oh, it could be Lawan. Maybe it's
if you separate the A and the W, if you put the syllable break between the A and the W, it's La Juan. Juan.
Skahat La Juan Hurricane Versalis. There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
Quick email from Not Your Neighbor Dave.
Okay.
So this is not your crazy neighbor, okay?
Right, yes.
Says this, in a time of toilet paper shortages, I have been thinking about pulling the trigger on getting a bidet. Are there any brands or models that you would recommend? Budget isn't too much of an issue, but I don't need one that has rhinestones or anything, he says.
You don't need the total washlet, is what you're saying.
No, I apparently that is not what he's looking for. So do you, what do you guys, I have one that like has a seat warmer and
and I think that's what you want. The seat warmer, okay, that's a nice thing, but you want a water warmer. I have grown accustomed to and actually find refreshing the jolt of ice cold water, especially in the summertime.
This is great to hear. I love this. Okay, continue on.
I've actually kind of looked forward to it, especially if I've had a lot of hot food, a lot of spicy food. By the way, I heard from Hammond yesterday.
Yeah.
He had his daughter in the car and he was listening to TMS, and he texted me afterwards and said, my daughter felt a little uncomfortable by all the vagina discussion yesterday morning.
Oh yeah, that one yesterday was
the candle discussion.
That really took us places for sure.
So Hammond, we're about to start talking about bidets. Maybe it's time to switch over to NPR or your local adult alternative album station, AOR station.
There you go.
Okay, so I would say invest in I would say spend the money and get the toilet that has the bidet part in it, as opposed to the plastic add-on. We have the plastic add-on thing on both of our toilets in the house.
Yeah.
And because of the cold water, I think I'm the only one who uses it.
Yeah.
If there was a warm water option, I think Teen would be more into it. But we also had one of our friends brought their kid over, and you really gotta warn parents to tell their kids what that stuff is all about, because I think he thought it was an alternative flusher or something, and he's looking over and he turns that little knob and gets a nice little jolt of water right in the face.
Perfect. Yeah. That's actually a really great story.
Plus
they will tend to break over time. The ones that you attach, like they don't hold up forever. That's another reason.
Yep. Right here's the one I have. It's the $48 Lux Bidet Neo Elite non-electric attachment, which is like
it's not electric at all.
Cold water.
How does it generate having it be non-electric? How does it work? Like, how does it?
The water pressure it comes off the water pressure from your toilet pipe.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
That toilet pipe sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it?
Yeah, or a band.
Oh man, shot me right up the toilet pipe.
We're going down to the Palladium this weekend. Toilet pipes performing.
Ice cold water right up the toilet pipe.
Yeah.
But no, it's that's it just gets it from the normal water pressure, and it fires some pretty it's some severe water pressure. That said, still spend the money, invest the money and get one that can do warm water. But I guess you can still get attachment ones
with warm water. Oh yeah. Ours does that. So for example, the one we got is called this Bio Bidet BB600 Ultimate Advanced Bidet Toilet Seat White Elongated. So you can get a round one or elongated one. Anyway, it's an attachment that includes the lid and the seat. So you replace that whole assembly. It's got a little control thing on the side, and it does different temperatures of both water and seat. So the seat can be different temperatures, the water can be different temperatures. You can adjust the angle of the little spray thing. So if you're some kind of mutant with a strange butthole placement, you can
it's actually it's actually on my side.
Yeah.
It's on my hip.
It's way over here. Move that
in the center of my right butt cheek.
So that's nice. This is pretty highly rated on Amazon section, Amazon Choice. It's a little pricey, $325. We got it on sale for like $175 on some weird weekend deal. But $3.25 currently. It's served us well if you're going to go that route. I will say this though, we ended up having to get a replacement for the seat part because eventually there's something wrong. Structurally, their seat's not great and it kind of cracked after a while. So we had to replace that, but it wasn't a huge deal. I think we got a replacement for $10.
You also got to make sure you've got a power outlet somewhere nearby, right? Because you've got to.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. And so Steve, my brother-in-law Steve, who's probably listening right now, had to do a hole through the hallway outside where the bathroom connects in through there and then add an outlet, which is, it all looks like it was meant to be that way now, but he had to do the magic to make that work. So that particular bathroom needed its own outlet. So yes, you do need electrical power to make that work, and that's one downside, I suppose. But anyway,
I don't know if you need a dryer, but definitely get one that's got the.
This also has that too, heated dryer too.
Really?
So to go, wait, and then that's when you know you're about done. The sound it makes. So it's pretty good. It's pretty
Excellent.
good. Yeah.
Excellent.
My wife swears by this thing. She loves it. All right. Here's another email from. We go from bidets to Hostess outlet shops. Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
So this is for you in particular because you brought this up.
Yes.
It's from Jeremy Q, who says this. Brian brought up the Hostess outlet shop he used to go to, and that reminded me when I used to go once a month with my mom when I was younger. We would stock up on probably only spend $8 to $10. $5 to $8 is what it says. Why I read 8 to 10, I don't know. Anyway,
inflation. You're adjusting for inflation.
I must be. That kind of money in their shop, you could live like a king. I'm only 31, and that shop is still open, or was open until Hostess went bankrupt in 2012. I didn't know they went bankrupt. Did you know that? I didn't know that
either. Yeah, it makes sense because I know that shop is long gone. I thought about going there years ago when Tristan was a little kid, and we were like, all right, let's get him a bunch of Hostess crap, and let's not spend a lot of money on it. I was like, oh, that place is gone.
It says here, oh, interesting. Okay, so in 2012, yes, bankrupt. But then was there a new bankruptcy in 2016?
Might have been.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, they might have restructured and.
They must have sold stuff off or something because now you can still go buy all that stuff at the store or whatever. But anyway, it says those shops weren't only around in the 80s. I just wish there was one still around. Just wanted to share my memory of that place, and you two enjoy your day, says Jeremy Q.
Yeah, those were the best.
What a weird thing though, right? Like a what do they call it when you go to like the outlet stores to get cheaper deals on like Vans shoes and stuff like that?
Right. It's like either refurbished or day old, or
it's like day old bread.
Model.
Yeah. It's like day old bread at a grocery store.
At a bakery. You go to friggin' Jimmy John's and you can get yesterday's loaves of bread, which are still just fine.
I didn't know. I keep forgetting it. That's a thing that you've done and that I could do. I should do that.
Yeah. It's like $1. And then you just bring that awesome loaf home and load it with your own stuff. And
why am I not doing that?
Oddly enough, you're already at Jimmy John's, so why not just get their turkey tom?
Yeah. If you're there already.
Make
it happen.
Just get that. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it for our morning musings. Now, we do this. Time for the news, brought to you by...
Have you ever wondered what our pets do when we're not around? One little boy might just have the answer. What does my dog Jack do at night? A new title from author Adam Mock brings to life the dreams of a child and his ideas of what goes on when we're not watching. It just went gray when you double-clicked on it. Oh. Jack may seem like a normal dog, but he might just have a few tricks up his collar. With vibrant illustrations by Segundo Garcia, the incredible world of this sweet dog jump off the page and is sure to be a favorite of the little readers in your life. Summer is upon us, so crank up the AC. Doesn't mean Animal Crossing, and enjoy What Does My Dog Jack Do at Night? Available now on Amazon in paperback, as well as barnesandnoble.com in both paperback and hardcover. Thanks to the Frog Pants community for all the support. You're the best. Available at Walgreens.
Yeah, Walgreens. $4.99. I'm looking at the Barnes & Noble listing, and it looks great.
Great.
It looks great. You can get a hardcover, too. A little bit more for the hardcover, but not much. And
worth it.
It's awesome.
What does my dog Jack do at night?
I mean... Don't ask me what Rainer does at night because I couldn't answer you.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
All right, moving on to our first story here today. Liddy. Who's Liddy? Is it Lady?
Little. Lidl. Little.
Oh. Is that how you'd say that name?
It's a grocery store.
It's a place in the UK then, isn't it?
I believe so. Maybe not. No, I think I'm looking at they're at a .com.
Yeah.
Oh, but it does say Hallo, Hallo. No, Culpeper, Virginia.
Oh, all right.
They're in. Yeah, they've got they're in all over Virginia and looks like a bunch of stuff in the Northeast.
Never heard of it, but okay, it's a place you can go. LIDL.
LIDL, North Carolina, South Carolina. I bet you Brian Dunaway can go to a Little.
Yeah, he probably could. When he's not at the Piggly Wiggly, he's at the
That's
Little.
right. That's right.
He does like the Piggly, I think.
He does like the Piggly Wiggly.
They say they're very sorry. They say, what am I, freaking Foghorn Leghorn here?
I say.
I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, after a revolted mom, or mum as the article calls it, because this is written in the UK, finds lizard head in her vegan bolognese sauce.
Well, that's not vegan.
No, that's the opposite of vegan, I think. If you have a lizard head.
Oh, Bobby Frank says it's pronounced Lidl.
Lidl?
Lidl.
Well, it looks like Flickr or some bullcrap. You
Right,
know what I mean?
It does. LIDL. There needs to be at least one more vowel in here.
I agree.
Maybe even two.
Thought we were done with naming things like that.
Yeah. Lord.
Well, anyway, Polly Wheaton, no relation to Will Wheaton.
We don't know that.
Well, we actually don't. Age 47, popped out to a Lidl to buy ingredients for a vegan bolognese. I'm saying that right? Bolognese?
You're totally saying that right. Bolognese, yes.
Feels wrong for some reason. For her twin daughters, Isabel and Megan, age 20. But as Isabel got to why does it matter how old they are? That's weird, doesn't it? Does it matter?
It totally doesn't matter. Yes, her twin daughters, Isabel and Megan, both 20 years old.
20. Oh, are they
The
eligible?
lizard, age 4, was presumed dead.
This reporter, age 58, really believes. What an odd thing to do.
Right. Yes.
Anyway, it says, but as Isabel got to the final few mouthfuls of her plate, she was horrified to find what looked like a scaly head of a reptile in her food. I mean, I would be too. I'm not even a vegan, and this would freak me out, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. The final few, right? You want that to be something you notice in the first bite, not in the last.
Yep, you want it to go boop and pop up the minute you even get your plate. Your bowl.
It's like that old joke. What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm in your apple.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not kidding. Just the head. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the family think it came from a jar of sauce or a tin of tomatoes from the supermarket. Lidl have said they are very sorry and have launched a thorough investigation. Who will find the rest of the lizard?
Here's a way you can save 15% or more on your insurance with Geico.
Where's my body?
Oh, Bobby Franks did some fact checking himself. It is pronounced Lidl in Germany. Where it comes from.
Oh,
Lidl.
Lidl?
Please go to the Lidl and buy me some iguana head bolognese.
Are you saying the lizard was not part of your meal? We will launch an entire investigation thoroughly. Sweet.
You bought the jar of ragu with lizard head on the label. What did you expect?
This is your fault. This is not the fault of the store. Yet we will do and conduct a thorough investigation. That's how they talk. That's how they talk in Germany.
100%, yeah. That's not an exaggeration.
Our German listeners will write in and confirm all this.
Okay.
It's fine.
I brought a thermos today. See, look, I got a thermos full of hot coffee.
Oh, look at that. That'll stay warmer in the time
It
that
will,
we're here.
because I've switched to using a French press for coffee. And the problem with the French press,
fancy,
as you know,
yeah,
is that you can't leave the coffee in there if you only use half of the French press. You can't leave the rest of it in there because it continues to steep in the coffee grounds and get bitter. So you've got to quickly get the coffee out of there. You want it in something that's going to keep it hot.
Yeah.
So I have a thermos.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an old Starbucks thermos.
So what did you do before the press? What were you making coffee with? Just a coffee maker?
We had a Nespresso that we were specifically using for the hot water.
Oh.
So we'd make it one cup at a time.
We use our Keurig that way now. It's all for the hot water now.
Yeah.
Don't really make anything else in it.
So we just switched to. The thing was taking up too much space, the Nespresso. So we had a kettle because we'd use the kettle for tea because we could set the exact temperature we want. We're like, why do we have two things here on the counter that we're using for hot water?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the Nespresso and let's just use the kettle.
I get that. Sure. Plus those Nespressos and the Keurigs, they can sometimes get weird, like bacterial things in them and stuff like that. I think. I don't think I'm making that up. I think that's a real thing. Like they can just, like a little bit of coffee ground or something gets stuck up in a corner somewhere and then fester and become like a.
And just
before you know it, Brian, it looks like this. Comes out looking like this.
You're like the WebMD of what could go wrong in your kitchen.
That's right. Somebody told me that. I can't remember who it was. They said it was super unsafe, and I don't know. We just do hot water through it, so it doesn't matter. But
if you have a filter, those things should have a filter, and you just got to make sure that you replace it as often as they tell you to do it. I do like Pops and Recline suggestion, though. Why even use the kettle? Just use the bidet on hot settings. So perfect.
Yeah. You got 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's right, exactly. What are you doing in there? I'm making tea.
Well, hurry up. I need to poo. Weird. We've gone weird places with this. What's next here? Protein from blood of exercising mice. Okay, stay with me here.
Okay, all right.
Rejuvenates the brains of the couch potato mice.
Excellent. Okay.
We got some science here. Oh, by the way,
swole mice helping out the slacker mice.
Exactly. I forgot to mention this a few days ago, but got a verbal commitment from Dr. Kiki Sanford, who's an actual doctor or is an actual scientist. She says that anytime we want her to come on for any kind of science discussion, that she is open and willing. So if we ever have some big topic like, can I get the Rona from the dog licking me or whatever?
Sure.
Then we can have her come in and have a real discussion about it.
I like that.
She's awesome. And she's an accomplished podcaster in her own right, and she would be really great. She's very nice. All right.
She's fantastic. We had her on ANTP season 2 as a special guest, and it was
right.
One of our best episodes.
I forgot that happened. It totally did happen. She's pretty great. All right. What was I going to say? So this couch potato mice thing. Says here, it's well established that exercise can sharpen your mind. People and mice who work out do better on cognitive tests, and elderly people who are physically active reduce their risks of dementia. Now, in a surprising finding, researchers report that the blood of the mouse that exercises regularly can perk up the brain of the couch potato mouse, the lazy ones.
I compare you to the blood from a mouse on a treadmill.
Why did that song come into your head?
Because you actually said blood of a mouse, but the line the text in the article is blood from a mouse, and it made me think of Kiss from a Rose.
Nice. Bringing.
So as soon as I read that blood from a mouse, I'm thinking, Kiss from a Rose.
What's his name?
Seal.
Gosh dang it. I don't remember names.
Not part of Seal and Crofts.
No. No, this is a different kind of seal. The seal cannot be broken. All right. This effect traced to a specific liver protein in the blood could point away to a drug that confers the brain's benefits of exercise to an old or feeble person who rarely leaves a chair or a bed. You can see if can your brain think that you exercised, basically is what they're thinking. Like, so imagine this, Brian. Let's say I'm on the treadmill every day, working out, sweating it up, doing the thing or whatever. They take a little of my blood, assuming you're compatible with my blood, and then they squeeze it into you because you've just been sitting around doing nothing, let's say. Suddenly you'd be like, I've got the blood of an exercised man.
Exactly. I think it's a great idea, like a great a great offering. And I want to say that there was a movie that did this recently, but it was youth. It was somebody who was, and it wasn't a vampire movie, I don't think, but it was somebody who was getting blood of...
Well, it is very vampire, isn't it?
Yeah, blood of a younger person, and it was Silicon Valley. That's exactly what Pops and Recline. Yes, it was. It was the Hooli guy was getting blood from what's his face?
A boy on a train. No,
exactly. Yes.
I want to. I still have not gotten all the way through that series. I don't not mean to. I want to. I want to watch it.
I don't not mean to.
Yeah. I got too many other things to watch.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's fun. Yeah.
Peter Thiel is allegedly doing this as J.C. Calhoun. Really, billionaire co-founder, wasn't he? He was involved with Elon Musk back in the PayPal days, I think. But Peter Thiel is he's kind of a jerk, but. Of
course, Mad Max Fury Road. They do this too. Yes.
Oh yeah, they totally do.
Yeah,
that's right. Because Mad Max has got the healthy blood, see, and then they strap him to the hood of your car.
The war boys, yes.
Yeah, so Nux
the
can
war
have.
Boys need,
they get the good blood coming through him there. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they couldn't just ball him up in the back of the car. You know, like I'm not saying change it. George Miller's a genius, but having to.
But if this were to happen in the real world, you'd probably instead of welding this big structure to put Max on the front of your vehicle, you would just put him in the back seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm just getting at.
There's no benefit to having him on the front of the hood of your car with a little face mask.
Yeah, why not? You know what? I assume that everyone who is in billionaire status that is old, that this is what they're doing all the time, is trying to find stuff they can inject in themselves to make themselves live longer. Because they can afford to pay any number of quackery. It doesn't matter how much. There's no limit. So you just, that guy wants $1 million and he says he can make me 5 years younger. Here's $1 million. And even if you get screwed, it's like, well, whatever. That was nothing. I assume that's happening with those guys.
Sure, I assume it too. Yes.
I actually don't know, I guess. But
by the way, on a very slight tangent, this reminds me of an episode of Atlanta that I just watched. I am loving season 2 of Atlanta.
Atlanta's good.
There is an episode where
it's a good show.
Not Earn, not Paperboy, but Darius goes to this house he finds on Craigslist that's got a piano that they're giving up.
Okay.
And he shows up at this house, and it's like this millionaire's house, and he's like a completely closeted weirdo. So much money. Hello, it's good to see you. Welcome to my home.
Oh man.
And right from the get-go, because like he's super like plastic surgeryed up, and he's like pale and talks funny. And as soon as I'm like, that is friggin' Donald Glover wearing like the Eddie Murphy makeup from when Eddie Murphy pretended to be a white guy.
Was it? Is it?
On the street. It totally is, yes.
Oh, no way.
It is. It's a character named Teddy Perkins. Here, I'm gonna find you a photo. It is a fantastic episode, but it is creepy.
Oh, look at that face. I just found him on. Wow.
Yeah.
That's some Michael Jackson level work right there.
Very Michael Jackson work. That is your Childish Gambino right there.
Wow, look at this chat room. Oh man. Wow. That is something else. I love that first season. I need to keep going.
Yeah, Robin season is good. That was episode 6, so I guess I'm probably about halfway through season 2, but that episode's brilliant. There's an episode right before that's brilliant, which is Paperboy and a hairstylist. That's all it is.
It's a great show.
It's really, really good.
I'm glad you're watching that.
I'm using it now. I'm not going to use it for recommendals because I have 2 recommendals tomorrow already.
Oh,
and
right.
That's not even forwarding from last week. Tomorrow I'll just talk briefly about the things I'm forwarding from last week. But.
Well, Nicole is not here tomorrow, so it'll be good. Can fill the time. She has an appointment, so we're going to do it on our own. All right, we got a new species of walking sharks discovered in Australia. So everybody,
because if it's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be friggin' in Australia.
Yep, 2020 Australia, perfect timing.
These
guys.
sharks aren't deadly enough. We've made some walking ones.
They're deadly, but they're not very mobile. I'm not doing the right accent.
Ambling around Darling Harbour, trying to pick up people to eat them, and a couple meat pies.
They're bipedal now. I love the term bipedal. Anyway.
Bipedal.
Walking shark sounds like something you'd see in Sharknado 8. Nowhere is safe. Is that a movie? Is that really a movie?
No. I don't even think is there a 7? They haven't even gotten a 7 yet, right?
I don't know how many there are. Is there more than 3?
Isn't the 4th one the most recent one? They called it The Fourth Awakens or something like that? Or did I dream this? It was some dumb.
I hope you did. I hope this was just a Brian dream. I really do.
I hope so. I'm looking it up right now. Sharknado 2, the second
The chat room's
Fourth
slow to
Awakens.
respond, which makes me think. Oh, what's it called? What?
So the fourth one is The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado 3 is Oh Hell No. Sharknado 5 is Global Swarming. Sharknado 6 is called The Last Sharknado. So we don't have a Sharknado 7 yet, but
well, it sounds like they are done then, right? Does that mean they're done?
yeah. The Last Sharknado, it's about time.
But that's them playing off on The Last Jedi, right? Like that's them continuing their stupid Star
Oh,
Wars.
right, probably. Yes, if they're doing The Fourth Awakens.
Oh, The Fourth Awakens. That's so stupid.
Because I'm guessing it happens on July 4th.
Is Ian Ziering's in all of those, I assume?
Of course he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about what's her name? The blonde with the problems.
Tara Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in there too.
What about the blonde with the problems?
David Hasselhoff is in the fourth one.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad
we tried to do one of these. I mean, we did one of these for Film Sack. It's just too aware of itself.
Yeah.
To be good Film Sack material.
No, they need to be. What they're riffing on is what we like, but it's them riffing on it. It
needs to be done without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Ian Ziering flying through the air and with a chainsaw cutting through a shark's body. Like that's a great idea, but you're doing that because you know it's a great idea. It's just too knowing. It's too fourth wally. I don't like it.
Yeah, it totally is.
Campy on purpose is not the same as camp, everybody.
So bad. Exactly.
All right. These walking sharks.
So walking sharks in Australia.
Yep. Nowhere is safe, it says, but apparently a totally real thing. Researchers have discovered a handful of species in recent years that seemingly evolved the ability to walk short distances, if you want to call it that. Anyway, scientists have known about sharks who have the ability to walk with their fins on dry land for a while, but in researching the known species, they discovered 4 species that have apparently developed the ability much more recently. The research was published in the Journal of Marine and Freshwater Research and suggests that sharks may gain some big advantage by being able to slink along the seafloor rather than swimming. So they're not like getting out of the water and going up to the 7-Eleven and getting a big gulp. They're like...
They're just walking on the ocean floor.
Yeah, the ocean floor down there. It says it appears it helps the sharks hunt for ground-dwelling prey, so it kicks up the sand or whatever under there and gets them all out of there. Yeah. Instead of swimming around, these little bottom-dwelling sharks actually walk using their pectoral and pelvis fins. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the pectoral and pelvis fins.
Pelvis fins. He was a great bassist, but you never could find a band that was good enough for him. I just felt like old pelvic fins. He had to just keep moving.
Old pelvis fins, yeah. Oh,
poor guy. Really feel
I remember seeing him before his first album in a little small club in Schenectady.
Yeah. Drugs got him in the end, so what are you going to do? It says...
Not always the way.
It says the only way they can get across deep water or move a significant distance would be if they're on a reef that is moving due to tectonic plate shifting. So they've learned how to walk. They're moving around, baby.
Moving on up.
Oh, Luke in the chat's got the hiccups and he can't stop. What do we do? What's a good radio way to stop the hiccups?
Scare him. Think of walking sharks. That should scare you.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And boo!
Oh, geez. Wow, I wasn't prepared.
Did it work? He says it's bad though, dude. Get some water. Get you some. It didn't work. He says. All right. Well,
they say drink out of the opposite side of a glass.
Is that what they say?
Yeah. So like you would take your glass and do this.
I have never heard this.
And there's something about the tipping your head upside down to take a drink from it.
Oh, that felt weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if it works, but it's something that's been told to me as a weird possible solution.
So I like this one. Third illusion says, "I just hold my breath until they stop or I pass out." There you go.
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
There you go. All right, Luke, be good, man. Don't be hiccuping. Remember The Simpsons? They had that guy, and it says later on today's new show or whatever it was, like Kent Brockman. He goes, "We'll talk to the man who's been hiccuping for 20 years," and then it shows a video. It shows a shot of the guy on the couch going, "Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me." I love that. Ugh. Joking on my own hiccup there. All right. Finally, a story before we take our break. A man high on drugs detained by police after biting a seagull. This is a real problem, folks. Seagull biting. Leave them alone. They're Utah's state bird. No more biting the seagulls. Police say they detained a man near Derry's Cross after officers spotted him attacking a seagull and biting it. The police team were on a patrol, and they were there in Plymouth, which is where? Is this Cornwall? So it's England.
Yeah, Plymouth. Poor guy should have ran. He should have ran so far away.
Yeah, he should. Man,
and ran
that's
both night and day, and he couldn't get away.
Deep flock of seagulls cut. Nice job.
Thank you.
Spokesman for the team said they were working alongside other agencies, including PARC. I don't know what that is. The Palace Anal Rectal Company. I don't know.
That's exactly it. Yes.
Plymouth Live understands that the man, 26-year-old local, claimed he was being attacked for his McDonald's meal, and in response, he grabbed the bird and bit it. Boy, what if this guy's seen The Lighthouse? That reminds me of that thing. That movie, dude. Yeah, still haunts me to this moment.
But it's certainly made me appreciate Pattinson.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I'm genuinely excited about his Batman after that. And even though it's not a Batman character like at all, but he's got range and no one gives him credit for it. And I'm actually excited about The Batman when that comes out.
Did you hear that there's a new TV show coming? It's going to sound like I'm talking about something that already happened, Scott, earlier in the 2010s, but there's a new TV series coming that takes place in the same universe as The Batman, the movie that's coming out.
Okay.
It's like a prequel focusing on Commissioner Gordon.
No, it sounds like
Doesn't
Gotham.
It sound like Gotham?
Yeah, a little like Gotham to me. Is it more like Gotham Central, which a comic I love? I love Gotham Central.
Might be.
It's like a police procedural set in that universe where it's more about the police stories that happen in Gotham. It's way less about Batman.
It's going to be on HBO Max, and that gives me hope too, because doing a show like that on Fox is just...
Yeah, I agree.
Jeffrey Wright's Commissioner Gordon might appear in this.
Oh, that's right. He's
yeah.
He's a fine Commissioner Gordon. That'd be fine. I like Jeffrey Wright.
Let's see.
Man, you know what? I still can't get out of my head.
What? This is really true. So Colin Farrell is playing the Penguin and Paul Dano is playing Riddler. I love this. I didn't know that. I'm so excited about that.
I thought that was in the movie.
That is in the movie.
Oh, it is.
I didn't realize that was in the movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the TV show. Okay, gotcha.
It's great casting for the Riddler, Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano. He's a psycho. He's will great. Drink his milkshake.
That's right, exactly. I've lost my boy. Same movie. That's my boy. Oh, there he is.
That movie stuck with me. Like, just what a weird movie. There will be blood, or blood will come. What is it? There will be blood.
Oh, there will be blood.
There will be blood. Right.
This I know is true. Blood will be there.
There will be dungeons. I don't know what it is.
It's by Matt Reeves, who also did the couple of the Planet of the Apes movies,
the good ones, the last three.
And is also doing the Batman movie. So
yeah. He's great.
He's also doing this HBO Max.
Oh, sweet. So he's showrunning that. Okay. Matt Reeves is a great director. Those the
Overfield.
The second, third, and is there a fourth? Maybe it's just second and third. Second and third Apes movies, the recent ones. Mm-hmm. Great movies.
28 Weeks Later was his.
He did 28 weeks?
He did, yes. And let's not forget Under Siege 2, Dark Territory, and The Pallbearer.
Wait, 28 Weeks Later was not him? Hold on. That's Juan Carlos Frenzadillo, or whatever his name is.
No, the Matt Reeves is somehow involved in that.
Okay.
It came up as one of his movies. So let me see. Was he just a writer on that? He might have just been a writer on that.
Might have. I'm looking here.
Writers.
Oh, he's an extra. He's a bunker soldier.
Oh, he's actually in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Weird.
Never mind.
He's a great director. I'm stoked about whatever he does. He's one of those guys to watch.
Carlos Fresnadillo.
Yeah, I like him too. I like 28 Weeks Later.
Peppers are, I think, 500,000 on the Scoville scale. Those Fresnadillos. Fresnadillos.
28 Weeks is my favorite of the 28 series. I love it.
Sure. Robert Carlyle, man.
People get annoyed when I say that. I do like Days. Days is great, but Weeks is better.
I need to watch that. I completely forgot Rose Byrne was in that.
Yes.
This is like really early Rose Byrne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was just doing... Damages was later. So yeah, very early Rose Byrne.
Very early on. And
07 was it? Yeah. See, look, I knew the day. I knew the year, 2007.
Yeah, first thing I remember seeing her in was Bridesmaids. Yeah, you knew the year. Good job. She was also in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, you knew the year. Good job.
Good for you. Well done. Dorme, was she one of the Padme not clones, but Padme decoys?
Oh, maybe. It's a very good point. I'm not sure. This is also a Jeremy Renner before anyone knew who he was in 28 Weeks Later. Young Jeremy Renner. It's very good.
Wow.
It's
all right,
super
I gotta
good.
watch that again.
Idris Elba's the sergeant, the U.S. sergeant guy or colonel that's in there. Imogen Poots is in.
Oh,
this.
you gotta love your Imogen Poots.
Yep, love Imogen Poots. Amanda Walker.
She was just in that. I Know This Much Is True.
Yeah. Did you finish it?
I did.
Wasn't it great?
It was really good.
It's so good. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and it is. You're right on the money with it being the best thing that Mark. And as much as I love all the MCU stuff, and I think he's fantastic in it, it's the best Mark Ruffalo thing I've ever seen.
It's all new level Ruffalo. Like I don't even know how.
It is.
I don't know where you even go from here, acting wise. Like it's just transcendently good. And I just love.
Are you telling me that Rose Byrne is from Australia? She's got an Australian accent.
They all do this. They come over here and they do the English or the American accent so well you never freaking even know they're here.
Oh my gosh!
All of them, all the Australians do this. You got who am I thinking
Margot
of?
Robbie.
Any of them. Margot Robbie, she's a great example. Kate Blanchett, what the hell is that about? She can do anything.
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts, all of them. They come over here and they just Hugh Jackman, they just do it.
Mm-hmm. They just do it, and then you're like, "Wow, that is what an incredibly attractive person." And then you find out that they're Australian and that they're hiding this Australian accent that would just push them over the top. It's like, "Oh wow, whatever you do, don't let me hear Rose Byrne with her Australian accent. I just might splotz."
Splotz. Please don't splotch right now.
I'm making up Jewish terms. I just might splotz.
Nice. If you're an actual Jewish person, let us know how we did. We'd like to score.
Oh, J.K. Grammer just put a link in the chat room of her with her Australian accent. Can you play some of that?
Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to play this. Are you kidding? Hold on.
I'll use this time to pull up the...
Yeah, here you go. Australian accent incoming. Here we go. Hit and play.
You have such a great American accent that I had no idea you were Australian.
I am. I'm from Australia. Sydney, Australia.
You sound like I caught you in a lie. Yes, I am. I am from
sound like
Australia.
that was
I'm
a
from one of
lie.
the cities down there.
I really am. I don't know why I was acting like I was lying, because it's true.
Yeah.
Weird.
She hides it so well. You hear it in like certain words, but she's done the American accent in so many movies that it's like, no, I'm still hearing American accent. Oh, true. True. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
Damn, that blows my mind. I had no idea. Look what we've learned. Rose Byrne. Brian likes her even more now.
I do. Yes.
She's pretty great.
She's my favorite Moira McTaggart.
Of all the Moira McTaggarts.
Of all the Moira McTaggarts, she's my favorite.
She's the best. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Justin Robert Young. No Bill today. Bill is taking this week off, but we will see Justin, have a discussion with him shortly. Don't know what about, but it'll be great, I'm sure. Before all that, though, music. What do you have?
Shut up. She's married to Bobby Cannavale.
Who's that?
Shut
Who's that?
up. Bobby Cannavale?
Yeah, I don't know who that
You
is.
know Bobby Cannavale. Or Cannavale, is it pronounced? Bobby Cannavale?
Cannavale.
Just Google Bobby Cannavale already.
Cannavale. I always get the Cannavale.
Canal Vale.
Oh!
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. No, this guy's great. Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Boardwalk Empire. Yeah.
And if you have not seen the one season of Vinyl on HBO, you got to watch that.
Okay. Well, it says I think they're just partners. They don't,
Just a conscious coupling.
yeah, one of those deals.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah. It says she spent there's an article here about she spent the entire pandemic making banana bread with her partner, Bobby Cannavale.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. Whatever. They don't need to marry. Just, the fact that they're together.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to reiterate because it might have glossed over. If you've got access to HBO, watch there's only one season, Vinyl. It's excellent.
Yeah, I was bummed that didn't keep going.
Ah, man, so bummed.
Yeah.
But
that was
an
interesting Ray Romano character in there.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting, like You see Led Zeppelin. You see not the actual Led Zeppelin, obviously, but
No, but pretty good. Those actors looked a lot like young Led Zeppelin people. Looked like
really
Robert Plant, or as I say, Rubber Plant.
Rubber Plant.
Yeah,
Sure.
Rubber Plant. Anyway, Jimmy Page.
I want to go make some banana bread with Roseburn. Hey, let's talk about the music for Indie in the Middle today. We're going to the DMAs, Scott. That sounds like we're going to an event, like an award event, the DMAs. But that's not it. The DMAs is a band, DMA''S. These guys are produced by Stuart Price, who produced music for Madonna, The Killers, and New Order.
The geek has no natural instincts. It wouldn't know that it's causing danger, doing harm.
Nothing can go wrong with the geek.
It's a jumbo-sized sewer rat.
The Morning Stream with Scott and Brian and a caveman.
That may have been one of my favorite Indie in the Middles in a while. I really
Wasn't
liked
that
it.
great? Just so positive, upbeat, and just fun.
Yeah, I need more of that in my life.
That is one more time, DMAs, DMA''S. I don't know what they possess. You know, I don't know what they own, the DMAs, but that's from their brand new album, The Glow.
Yeah, the apostle. That's a kind of a Carl's Jr. kind of usage.
It
there.
is, or well, no, Carl's Jr. is because there was a sandwich called the Junior.
Oh, that's
Carl
right.
Made it.
That's
Yeah,
right. You
but,
told me this
But the
before.
Go-Go's does not need an apostrophe. The B-52s does not need an apostrophe. It's a superfluous apostrophe.
Yeah, why do they do that? Is that just to piss us off, or what's the plan? What do they got going there? What's the point of that?
know. It's because they bill by the letter.
That's how it works. Okay, that makes sense to me now.
That's right.
Finally, it's all making sense. All right, everybody, strap in. We're doing this.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
So am I, but I've got someone here to help us with names. That's Justin Robert Young, all the way from Oakland, California. And Justin, it's great to have you, as we always do on Tuesdays. How the heck are you?
Oh, you know, it's good to be here. Moving up my schedule by a half hour.
Yep.
Because, you know, I want to make sure that I'm here. You're not just going to go lonely here at the top of the hour.
That's right, because
Yeah,
Bill is not here.
It would be 20 minutes of Scott and me twiddling our thumbs.
That's right.
And we just can't do that. There's no twiddling.
What?
This is TMS.
Yeah, it's not tiddling MS or twiddling. Whatever, something like that. So I was a little worried because he sent me a message this morning. Says, "Hey, I'm not gonna be there today." And I asked him what was up, and he's taking it off because he's pretty distraught. This Grant Imahara news is bad. It's just a horrible thing for all our circles.
Terrible.
We're all connected to him in little weird ways. I remember very specifically when this happened. I heard this yesterday, and my first thought was, "Oh my gosh, that time he was at Salt Lake Comic Con, I was there, and I had Nick with me, and Nick was, I don't know, 13, and wanted to see him so bad. He's like." His reason he watched Mythbusters was Grant Imahara, favorite person on there, loved everything he did, followed all his other stuff, and just loved him. And he thought, I want to get up there and see him. And we were trying, and this line was huge. And I put up a tweet, and I said some joke about, I wish I was Veronica today. I could, because I was teasing her because she knew him and had worked with him. I said, I could get up in front of this line and see him. And he replied back, says, hey, bring him at such and such time, because by the time that line's so long, and they're usually shutting me down anyway because I've lost my voice. So bring him tomorrow, and we'll get him in there early. And it was like, this is so nice, like to even reach out or say anything. And I remember thinking, oh, so he's the real deal. He's like he is on TV. Like, you can't always count on that. And there's a guy who is. It was great. What a nice guy. So it's a huge loss. It sucks for nerds, for people, for everybody. Just what a bummer, man. Oh,
yeah.
So
no,
anyway.
it's awful, and hopefully we will continue to learn more about everything, but in general, just be kind, and hopefully we can leave a legacy as rich as Grant Imahara did.
Yeah, because man, did he. All right, so let's talk about more positive things like our political situation. So I wonder. So, okay, I have a very specific question. I didn't prep you on this, so feel free to tell me I'm a dummy for not telling you.
Well, hold on. Before we get into that, can I ask you what the hell's going on with your head?
I shaved it. I shaved my head. See? Do you see it?
Thank you. I was gonna say something, and I.
Yeah, I got tired of hot summer hair, and I just decided, you know what? Let's just shave it. Let's go down to number 2 on the thing. And let's just go right to the bone here, right to the skin. Not quite Brian level, not quite that short, but
I was gonna say, yeah. Where is the decision making in deciding whether or not to bick it?
That's a really good question. I would
Once if I was gone as far as you've gone, Scott, just bick it.
If I was going bald, which I'm not, I can grow a full head of hair. I probably would have done that a long time ago, but because. It's a fair point. It's so short now that I may as well be,
Well, I really am just curious as to what makes you decide, okay, no, I'm going to keep it so short that you can see my scalp, but not bick it.
I say bick it.
It's also not quite fair because the way this light is in here, it shines right through it and makes it seem like I'm very scalpy. But if you saw me in person, it just looks like hair. I mean, it's not. Like there's a better angle there. You can kind of see it better. This is a bad angle right there. But yeah.
I mean, also it's very, very I also have a beard, and you can tell that there's a cheek there, but it's at a certain point, if it was only just peach fuzz, I would be like, oh, well, maybe I should just shave it.
Yeah, no, it's a fair point. Part of this was like, all of us, we had the kids over in the weekend doing their laundry, and all of us were just like, the heat, the stuff. It's like been 100 degrees and just really hot, and I hate even semi-long hair in the heat. I hate it. I get sweaty and gross, and I just hate it, and I can't so I have to wash it every day, which is fine, except my hair's kind of scrunchy and crunchy, and if I wash it too much, it gets really stiff. So I just hate it. So I was like, you know what? Bring that over here. And we did it. So it was a little bit of a...
This was a impulse decision.
Oh, yeah.
An impulse decision to just buzz your head.
Well, yeah, I'm out of F's is the main reason. And I don't have any more. I don't know where to get the F's. It's like toilet paper or Diet Dr. Pepper. No one's got any. So I just had to... That's what I got.
Well, I mean, because it was colored before, right? Wasn't it kind of dyed a fun color?
Yeah, so Kim and I decided to, this about 2.5 weeks ago, we dyed it purple so I'd match her hair.
Yeah.
And so I had that for a while. But then also, here's the other reason I cut it was, I don't know how people who color their hair deal with this, because after 2 weeks, I'm already starting to grow out. So my little brown and on the temples gray and that stuff started coming through again. So now I got this weird little
maintenance.
Yeah, like a little layer cake is going on with the purple on top. And I said, what do you do about that?
Your roots were showing.
Yeah, and Kim
I don't know how Billie Eilish does it.
So Kim, she has people now, but Kim goes, do you just color it again? We just go do the color again. And I said, no, I don't want to again. Let's not do that. Let's just cut it. So I cut it. It's done.
No, that's the thing, man. Once you get into that color world, it becomes a lifestyle. Yeah. It is just now a budget line that you have to put in there, every so often.
It's a subscription kind of, and you're locked in. Unlike Netflix, you can't just quit. Well, I guess you can because I did, but yeah, no more color for me. I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. And shave my head. So I don't know if this is the permanent me. You may, give me a month. I grow hair pretty quick. I'll probably have a little freaking faux hawk again. And
oh yeah, no. My question was more just why stop so low, and not just do the full from scratch regrowth of the shaved head. But I think you answered my question.
Yeah.
I was thankful.
Also, I have a weird head. I have a weirdly shaped head, and I look really weird bald. Because I have done that before where I shaved it all, and it's just shaped funny. Hats don't fit me right. I just have a weird head. It's like a weird gourd. And
I have no idea what would look different if you shaved your head compared. For people who are only listening, and have no visual
it's
beat
like
on
5
this.
o'clock shadow.
Yeah, there is no you are it is the difference. You bald versus where you are now is the difference between a nude person and a nude person with a fig leaf. There's not much difference at all. Not much left to the imagination.
Right, but But if let's say I see somebody like, I don't know, John Goodman, naked with just nothing or naked with a fig leaf, I'm taking fig leaf. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. This fig leaf that covers my head.
Fig leaf might be overstating it. Like you look, we can
like
see the shape of your head.
Yeah,
like a transparency sheet.
Yeah, a little
instead
bit
of a fig leaf.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, you have one of those old school overhead projector transparency sheets over your dingle.
Fantastic. Class will never be the same again. All right. So yeah, don't in the chat. Sorry if you're going to be thinking of naked John Goodman. That's my fault. All right, let's move on. So I got this question I did not prep you for, and I don't know what we want to say.
I'm a pro.
It seems to be that a lot of people, and when I say people, I mean press outlets and tweets and stuff, seem to be suggesting that this group, the Lincoln Project, headed by a bunch of never Trumpers, aka Republicans that don't like Trump.
Yep.
Are no longer just a little bee in the bonnet. They are like a legitimate campaign threat because they've got money now. Like they've gained, I don't know what it was, $16 million in a week or something.
It's a lot of cash. Yeah.
Lots of cash. They're running ads in battleground states and in places where, they feel like stuff needs to happen. The guys who founded it, like Rick Wilson and a handful of these other guys, I forgot the one guy's name. Anyway, they're all storied individuals in Republican campaigns. Rick Wilson helped get Rudy Giuliani elected in New York. One of the other guys was McCain's campaign manager. Some of them are ex-Bush administration folks.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So what Trump or others would call rhinos, or the old kind of Republican or whatever, that's kind of who these guys are.
These are guys that would always get work.
Right.
In another world where the Republican Party isn't in open rebellion, these would be the guys that would run campaigns, and now they are out of favor, and so they are getting with the people that would normally hire them, and so now they have formed their own little band, and they're making a whole crap ton of money and delighting people that in this particular environment, they are effectively a pro-Biden pack.
Mm-hmm.
And so people who would also like to see Joe Biden get elected are happy with them as enemy of my enemy is my friend, kind of a way. But even then, I think one of the guys that makes the video just got fired today because apparently he said some nasty stuff on a message board, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, geez. That's no good. I didn't know about that. All right, so you may have answered my question then, which is you would like to think if you like what Project Lincoln's up to, and there are other groups like this, they've really skyrocketed lately. If you like what they're up to, then you would like to hope and think that, they're really doing this out of a principled stance, and they think their party's been hijacked and they want to do whatever they can to get it back, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that is or isn't happening, but you seem to suggest in your reply that this may just be that these guys, the normal apparatus under which they work is all broken, and so this is their outlet for that. Like they gotta work, right? They gotta get stuff done, and they're no longer running people's campaigns. So instead, they're doing this. Do you think that's would you say that it's what's the word I'm looking for? Not disingenuous, but do you think their motivations are as pure as they say they are? If you were to guess, or do you think this is all just
how pure do you think they're saying that they are?
Well,
I guess my question is exactly how much do you need to personally feel good about political ads, about negative political ads?
Well, I don't need to feel good about them at all. My thing is, you know what it is right now? I find myself, not to make this about me, but I find myself looking and digging more and more and more for authenticity in a world known for
in politics.
Well, this is I'm getting to that. In a world known for its inauthenticity. Okay, so I understand that.
Yeah,
I'm not blind to that, but I'm trying to find it where I can find it, if it exists at all. Are you saying to me that, Scott, knock it off, it doesn't exist at all? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it might be similar to trying to find chastity at a whorehouse. Like,
no, she's in the third room down.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's
No.
there.
Yeah. Please give her my best. I'm very excited that she got her GED.
Yeah.
No, I don't quite see why you would look for that there.
Yeah,
like,
guess.
it's not the business for it. It's not where it flourishes. Like, I think there's righteousness in politics. There are people that very much believe that there is change to be made. And there are some candidates that are more rigorous about their positions than others. But by and large, politics is about making the cold, calculated decision when you need to make the cold, calculated decision. And more than that, it's about working, right? It's about having a thing. And so for all these guys that are lifelong campaign operatives, they have found that really the way that they want to make money is making negative ads because they would like to see Donald Trump drummed out of the party, and more specifically drummed out of the party in such a loud and hilarious manner that now when people think about what a Republican is, they think about candidates that these guys would get hired by. I think that's the largest thing. But more than that, if it's about the money raised, they also realize that if there's one thing that a largely liberal audience on Twitter likes more than just a negative ad against Trump, it's a negative ad from other conservatives about Trump, because now it is reinforcing in the belief that he is the most uniquely awful person on the planet. Like, look, even his own people hate him. And much of that is, at least in that crew, largely true. But I don't quite know if, for me at least, it would be a fruitful use of my time to look for who really believes what they're selling in a world where, number one, you getting elected means telling the audience what they want to hear. And number two, times change and people change, and politicians are not, thought leaders. They're automatons that get elected.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right to compare it to the chastity in a whorehouse. I don't know why I seek it. I keep trying and it's just not there, is it? It's just not going to be there.
Well, have you ever found it before? Is this something that you're trying to recapture, that there was a moment of innocence and purity for you with politics, or is it something that now you have a thirst for?
I think I've just never gotten over the ideas that were planted in my head at a very young age, where you took somebody at their word when they said a thing, and I just assumed that meant everybody. I mean, I that sounds incredibly naive to say that, but I don't know. I just want.
Was there a moment of the scales falling from your eyes in terms of politics specifically?
Yeah, Clinton was. Well, probably Clinton was the first one where I really felt like, oh my gosh, like you're a lying sack. Like why can't I just thought if you're in the highest office of the land, I was always under this impression that you would just have good intentions up there, no matter who you were, no matter what your party was. It was just you always had the best interests of the people at heart and all that. Like, just the most Pollyannish view possible. I had it, okay, for a long, long time. And it really was like, I'm in my 20s and the Clinton thing happened. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all my ideas of what it means to be a president are just shattered. And I couldn't believe it. And then it just seems like, I don't know, it's like anything. You realize it's not what you think it is, right? So now I'm at this point where I just want to see somebody have some good faith somewhere in what they're saying. I want to say something in good faith, and I can't find it. So if I'm looking and it's not there anyway, and I should give that kind of hope up, well, okay, I can take that. But I still look for it sometimes. And, I like the idea that maybe these Lincoln Project guys, it just seems like, oh, well, are they as passionate as they seem like? Do they really mean this? Do they really
I think they mean it.
Well, I
think that they definitely mean that they think Donald Trump is an awful person and an even worse president. And I think that there's a little bit more in the cocktail just than them being roused off their couch because they have seen too much from the Trump administration. I think it also has something to do with the fact that he, kind of a demolition monster trucked pretty much all of their careers in Republican electoral politics. I think that has a little something to do with it. And the fact that they all realize that the more they complain about Trump, the more people retweet him and the more television bookings they get and the more they can raise money to do what they do best, which is create political strategy and ads.
Right. So, okay. All that being said, I mean, I agree with you. This is kind of a rhetorical question because I think I am at the stage of like,
you know the answer.
Yeah, like what are they going to do? This isn't going to change. This is the same. No. What I need to do. If I'm looking for authenticity, I got to look for it at a lower level. I got to look for it on the ground. People I know, stuff I associate with. That's it.
I don't know why people need to like politicians. Like that's my thing. Like, why do we need to like them? We need to get results from them.
Yeah,
I don't even think we need to trust them. We need results. Okay. What do you want in life? If it is controlled by the government, we should demand our representatives do it. And if they don't do it, then they didn't do their job, and we should get somebody else that goes in there and does it. I don't personally ever feel the need to like or trust a politician. Like they are exchangeable to me. The more we lionize them, the more we venerate them, the more we make them something that I don't think they even ask to be, role models, people that we should be expecting the best of human behavior from, the more we inherently excuse them when they don't do the one thing they're supposed to do, which is what we want. And like we get into this warring tribal element of like, well, they didn't do it because maybe, and this other thing about their backstory, and they did the other thing, and we twist ourselves in the knots to defend them. But I personally don't know why. I don't know why we should have that expectation of them. They are civil servants, and we should treat them as such.
I think I agree. I need to lose my old young Scott, 8 years old, looking up at politics, saying, yes,
youthful innocence.
Yes, where they were all, right. We the people and all this. And I just need to stop it. I need to quit thinking of it that way, or thinking that somebody's going to swoop in. I need to quit pretending that, as much as I like that Mitt Romney stands up for stuff and in some way. I mean, the most physical thing.
Oh yeah. No, are you back on the Mitt train?
Oh, after his stern his stern words on Twitter.
Oh boy, man. He got some stern words on Twitter.
Yeah,
like
sure does.
Historic corruption? Was it historic corruption?
I think that was the term, yeah. I think he used. I mean, I was kind of back in the Mitt train after his vote, because that's an actual act. That's an act of defiance. That's an act of actual political will, like
not being lockstep and
all that. And people can explain away and say things, well, it really didn't affect anybody because like he's ever not going to get elected in Utah. I know we can have all those conversations, but he's the only one that did it, so that was good enough for me. That was a thing. That was at least a thing that was willful and direct, and that actually was an action and not just a bunch of words. So I like Mitt Romney more than I like any of these other people.
You're back now, because you didn't for a little bit.
Yeah, I was having a little hard time there because he got a little quiet about things. Well, everything before the vote, really, I was just like, okay, you're just the same as everyone else. It's all lip service. And while his lip service was at least more than most were giving, it was still lip service. But that vote was a vote. That's a big deal. That's like the currency he has. And I don't know. That put me back on Mitt train, I guess. But it's not like I'm sitting here going, all right, what's next from Mitt Romney? Can't wait for his next big act. That's probably going to be it. That's your one big act of defiance.
No, I mean, he could be a thorn in Trump's side going forward, either through the election in the fall, and then if Trump is reelected through the next 4 years, because he's never going to need anything from it.
Right.
Mitt Romney was elected in the midterms in 2018, which means that he will never need to curry favor from Trump ever again. Mm-hmm. He got Trump's endorsement and pretty much never looked back. So
Right.
Trump, as a private citizen or as an ex-president, could raise money and endorse somebody that is, not Mitt Romney to challenge him in 2024. But, at this point, he's kind of free, which is really what you see with lame duck presidencies.
Mm-hmm.
If Donald Trump got reelected in November, he would really only have about 100 days to do anything.
Yeah.
And then at that point, especially since he hasn't exactly built bridges throughout the Senate, he would pretty much just be floating.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, unless you are reelected, unless you are facing reelection and Donald Trump is very popular with the people that you are going to try to court, then there will be a great political distancing, because now people aren't going to be worried that eventually he's going to be able to do anything to screw them.
Yeah. The distancing seems all but
political
guaranteed.
power is future power.
It seems all but guaranteed that there will be a mass distancing at some point, whether it's during a second term or whether it's after he loses or as he's about to lose or any of those scenarios.
Well, everybody, you get distanced, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, you get distanced when you lose, but hell, even Obama's faced a reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is no such thing as forever reveration in politics. Like, you will always get hot and then you will always cool down. And the measure of your career is exactly how hot you got and how long it took you to cool down.
Yeah.
Where Trump is going to, face his question is, he pulled off one improbable win. Will he be able to pull off another improbable win? If he does, he'll be a folk hero. If not, he'll be a folk hero to the people that love him. And, he'll get ready for his run in 2024.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, that's a fun note to sort of end that discussion on. All right. You are one great thing about Justin is he's always doing this kind of talk, but in lots of other venues and things. So you get a taste of it here, but there's plenty more out there. So where should people go?
I've seen you poking around the stream over the last few weeks. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like listening. It's good. It's good stuff. I should do it more. I just usually have a thing, but lately in the mornings when I get things piled or done, I can kind of put you in the background and keep working. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you ever get done talking for 2 hours straight and you want to come on, just let me know.
Want to put in another hour? Yeah.
You want to put in another half hour? Sure. It's not like I haven't done it for you for several years, but. Twitch.tv/Justin R. Young is where you can go. And I'm live right after TMS. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and live for about 2 hours. It's a good time.
Yeah. And if you guys watching live right now, stick around after the show. We'll do a raid and send everybody over there. So enjoy that. Justin R. Young, everybody. Justin R. Young on Twitter. We'll see you later. Bye now.
See you, Gerbs.
Okay. Well, we got that off our chest. Everything's fine now.
I feel.
Do you feel relieved?
I feel calm.
Yeah. Calm.
Relieved, calm.
Yeah.
And
do you have a sense of serenity or?
Serenity now. Yes.
I just watched that episode the other night.
A renewed sense of optimism. Sure.
I have been on a tear at night, just trying to kind of chill out before bed and watch Seinfeld episodes, and I've been attracted to the Jerry Stiller episodes.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
He's so good.
He is really good.
So good, man. George's dad.
A master of delivery and timing, that Jerry Stiller.
Yeah. Died. Well, he had a long life. Lived till...
died way too soon.
Too soon
enough.
Yeah, soon enough. He did fine. All right, couple of quick things as we get out of here. Matt Horner wrote in. He said, my wife is an artist and graphic designer. She lost her job from COVID and has been working so hard to create her own business in freelance design and art. If you're interested in supporting a few fellow creatives, I would love to provide any information you would need. Her website is addesigns.art.
Nope, it's ahdesigns.art.
Damn it. ahdesigns.art. Brian's right. Why is that H want to disappear in my vision?
I don't know.
That's weird. Anyway.
ahdesigns.art. And she does some amazing pet portraits. I was looking at her site. And in addition, some great graphic design logos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you need a pet portrait, she's a good one to go to.
Y'all have pets, right? You need portraits of those pets. Do it.
Yeah.
She's the whole site has got all the stuff you need. Her name is Andrea, right? Andrea?
She'll even pay return shipping on your pet. So when you send your dog or cat to Andrea, then she'll send it back in the postage paid envelope.
Oh my gosh, she's good. Look at this stuff.
I know. She's really, really
Holy Moses. All right. I may have to get one of Rainer. Look at these. These are beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, she's really, really good. And if you can't, you're not seeing this if you're listening at home, so I recommend go check it out. ahdesigns.art. That's .art. And we'd like to give you guys a chance. We don't have a name for this yet, but whatever it is at the end of the show where we give you guys a promotion.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've been asking people to help us come up with.
We don't know what to call it.
Right.
It's something we wanted to keep doing though. Finally, Andrew wrote in. He says, "I just wanted to drop a line and tell you two how awesome you are. Your podcasts have been the rock that I have clung to keep from getting swept down the chaotic river of shit the world seems to be. It's hard to find another podcast with people as genuine as you two, plus your guests. You obviously care about your families and online community, and you make the world seem a bit brighter. Thanks for all you do. Stay safe and take care, Andrew."
Aww.
I just thought that was so nice that I had to read it.
Happy to do it, Andrew.
We're not tooting our own horn. We just we
nice.
will
read other people who toot our horn.
Yes, if you're tooting our horn, we'll read what you said about our horns being tooted. But also, it's nice to be told that we're doing good for you. You know what I mean? Like we have hard days too, where it's like, oh, we got to try to be funny today. We got to try to be fun and relaxed and whatever. And it's hard. What helps me, and I think I speak for Brian when I say this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you guys tell us these things, it's like, oh, all right, we are doing some good in the world with this. Like we are making a difference for people, and that's meaningful. So thank you, Andrew. We appreciate that. It's very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
All right. It's going to do it for the show.
Indeed, Scott, indeed.
If you like this show, support us, patreon.com/TMS. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, and you get all kinds of free bonus content, including art that goes out in the mail, every thing. We got a TMS level where you get a special tea that ships to your door. You can also get cool bonus content every single day tacked on the episode, and you get a big commercial-free version of that with like stuff at the end, stuff at the top. And on Fridays, most Fridays, you get a TMS PM, a whole nother episode, for free.
What?
Yeah.
For free?
For free.
Well,
free. So go check it out. There's details about all that and more at frogpants.com/TMS. We love your emails. Keep those coming. themorningstream@gmail.com or use the site. Either one works great for us. Okay.
I've got tea coming from Gwen. I'm so excited.
I just drank one of hers here. I drank the Pixie Blush green matcha again this morning.
Oh, that's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. That and there's the pumpkin one that comes out around fall I really like, but
so good.
Year round, the matcha, and I did the iced matcha last week and just love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Amazing. It's my favorite tea. I could drink it every day, and I kind of do right now, which maybe I should not do as much because there's a lot of sugar in it, but I really like it. So anyway, there's that. Hey, that's it. Brian, song. We have a song. What do we got?
I have a song. Yes, this one's going out. By the way, happy birthday to TVZ Gone. It was too late in getting me a request for today, so send me a request anyway, TVZ.